Alright, you guys, we have an update on the Reddit story. My wife and mother of 3 is cheating on me and she thinks I don't know. If you missed the last part, I will put it right up here for you. Go check it out before this one. Alright, the husband says, "Hey guys, a lot of you asked me for the update. I am really busy these days, but a lot of things have happened, so let me share because strangely enough, I find writing about this very therapeutic." So my last update was when I was at the hotel. During that night, my wife's best friend called me and said she will be near her with the kids. Me and her have a great relationship and she, in my eyes, is by far her best friend. She called me on Wednesday early in the morning and said that she's driving my kids for the school because my wife can't stop crying. I jumped in the car, picked my friend, Witness, and we came to my house. Witness. Good idea. Honestly, I can say it was much easier than I expected to kick her out. Yeah, it wasn't the fastest process, 2 hours, but at the end she left without police being involved. Oh, so the wife got booted out? She cried, begged for forgiveness, she would explain everything to me, she screamed, begged again, didn't listen to her friend, my lawyer. I even told her if she doesn't leave, I will call the police and do everything in my power to deport her. Again, she didn't want to leave. She just wanted to talk to me. Then I just said to myself that I will lie to her. I told her to leave if she loves me so I can have some space and that I will call her today when I think a little bit about everything. I just wanted her to get out of my property. She left with some clothes shortly after. Since then, she has lived with her best friend. All right, so wife has been kicked out. That's the newest update so far. During the day, I did most of the things I needed. Changed the locks at the house and at the gates of the property. Oh, gates at the property. You fancy. Cut her off from everything that is on my name and that she uses. I hired the babysitter, Melody, we'll call her. On Monday, I talked with my coworker, female. She also has younger kids and she recommended me to Melody. Melody doesn't work for her anymore because my coworker's husband is now working from home, so they don't need her anymore. Melody is really nice. She's also from Asia, speaks great English and local language. She drives, she cooks, she cleans. CV is good, no criminal record, so I agreed that she works for me. I also tested my kids and myself for STDs. My kids asked me after school where my wife is. I told them we will be separated for now. They had some questions. I told them if they wanted to talk or see her, just let me know. Both of my sons said it's okay, and that was that. They met Melody and they looked normal around her. My wife called me the whole day and again sent so many messages. All right, so you're not keeping the kids from mom, which we can all respect that. Then on Thursday, I had another chaos with her. I drove my kids to school and my daughter to kindergarten. I came back home. I was doing some things on my PC, Melody was doing chores, and then I had a call from the school where both of my sons go. Oh God. The principal called me and said my wife wanted to see my older son during the class and that security stopped her. She made the scene and said to her that she said she didn't see her kids for 2 days. Again, I jumped immediately in the car. Oh boy. I needed at least 30 minutes to get there. During those 30 minutes, the principal called me again and that she and a psychologist in the school contacted CPS, Child Protective Service, because apparently that's the law where we live. It's not in these situations. Ooh. This is just getting messy. When I came to the school, my wife again wanted me to talk to her. Begged, cried, same all, same all. All of that in front of people from the school. They explained to me that my wife told them she didn't see the kids for 2 days and is scared. The one woman arrived from CPS. She started to attack me immediately. How can I just steal kids from their mom? I was shocked. Oh, because they're not getting the full story yet. She was accusing me like I am some kind of drug dealer. To be honest, my wife did defend me in front of them. She said I didn't steal the kids and I didn't forbid her to do anything, but she wanted to see them now because I kicked her out of the house. She just wants to come back in the house, will do anything, blah, 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 blah. When she said that, the woman from CPS and the principal attacked me again. Why? They even suggested my wife to call the police because they assumed I kicked her out without anything and that I was aggressive. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What a lot to assume. When I heard that, I had enough. I had enough. I called the lawyer immediately. He was busy but told me he will come and not speak with them. I was waiting for him and didn't say a word. My wife explained to everyone what happened in our lives. She was more or less honest again, and she said she will do this and that I need to forgive her, that she loves me, blah, blah, blah. While she was saying that, literally everyone gave her support. I was just speechless. That's when she tried to hug or kiss me. I pushed her away, and this woman from the CPS said that I have clear signs of an abuser. I was so close to saying a lot of things, but again, I didn't say anything. Honestly, I feel like less is more in this situation for your sake. My wife told her that's not true and that I have never ever raised my voice, let alone hand to her, and it's her fault, but she loves me and can't live without me. I need to hydrate. I'm already stressed and I'm not even in this. We're hopping on hydration station. Let me know what's in your cup. It's water in mine because of my throat, if you can tell. Cheers. Before my lawyer came, another woman from CPS arrived, and she was the same as the first one. I am the worst. I am horrible. My wife is sweet and innocent. Whatever. My lawyer came and he was furious with them. He showed all the details about me, about my wife, mostly immigration details. He said she doesn't work, doesn't have a place to live, might be deported, and is mentally unstable and is not the right person to be around my kids. He told them about some articles in the law that they can't do this and that this is against the law. While he was speaking, my wife realized he is my divorce lawyer and started to attack him on how he can be so cruel and without heart. The principal told her and me to leave the office while they were talking outside. I forgot that this is literally happening in a school. All of this. We were in the hallway. Again, she cries and she tries to talk to me. I was just looking at the security guy who was 100% laughing inside himself with what kind of lunatic I needed to deal with. Oh boy. The principal left the office and went to bring my kids. My older son asked me what was going on. I just told him to answer what they asked him, and that's it. After maybe 3 minutes, the principal called us in to come into the office. The first cow from CPS said the kids said everything and that they have the most important details. I asked them what details, and she said both of my sons said they want to stay with me and that they enjoy being with me. They repeated the same in front of me and my wife. My wife, for the 100th time, started to cry again. My older son even moved a little bit so she couldn't hug him. This is not looking good for the wife. They left after that. These women from CPS said me and my wife need to make a deal for the kids. I said we will after I solve everything that I need to. And then she gave me a paper and told me to sign it. It was in the local language, so I needed a little bit of time to read all of that, so my lawyer took the paper and told me not to sign. They wanted me to sign that so they have legal grounds to visit my home every week uninvited to see how I'm doing with the kids. My lawyer attacked them that they are doing this for their bonuses and that they don't have any legal right to ask me to sign this and that they can call whoever they want. They said that they'll contact their supervisors and the police will probably contact me. I left immediately. No one contacted me still. My wife stormed after me and begged again for me to talk, and I just drove off. Like, as if the cheating wasn't enough, now you have to deal with all of this. When my kids came home, I talked with them about everything that happened. They told me they heard my wife on the Tuesday when I sent her that message about how she cries and begs me to listen to her, so they know that it's her fault. Smart little kids. I drove them to football practice. My daughter was with Melody. She likes her a lot. My sons even helped Melody to clean after they ate, and they wouldn't do that with my wife. So I think deep down, they know they need to behave as best as possible and help me during this time. Again, my wife calls me 24/7. I think she should be in the Guinness Book of World Records for the most calls and messages sent. That's not funny. I'm laughing because I also think I have a case where I win. I'm pretty sure it got into the 90s. What a time to be alive. Today was a much better day. Everything in the school was good. My daughter stayed at home because they have a free day today. Melody is doing her hair. They sing. They are a great duo for now. My wife's friend called me in the afternoon saying that my wife wants to see her kids. I told her it's okay. They arrived and my wife immediately saw I changed the gates. My daughter was very happy to see her. Wife was crying when she saw her. She was waiting for my sons, and both of them told her that they don't want to be with her now. Ooh. As a parent, I can't imagine what that feels like. I told them that they talk a little bit with her because she was crying literally on the street, but they refused and went into their bedroom and later to play with their friends on the street. I told her to leave and she begged me again to give her a chance to tell me everything. She really ain't giving up. I told her that she needs to wait to talk to me until I receive DNA tests. I forgot about that. She put my daughter on the ground and just looked at me for 10 seconds, completely frozen. Honestly, I thought at that moment that the kids are not mine. She was shocked and said kids are mine, and she can't believe I am saying this. I really think this was the moment when she finally realized what she did. She told me again that the kids are mine, and she jumped in the car. I talked a little bit with her friend, and I could see my wife was crying like crazy. They left after that. I mean, we can't blame him for being concerned. You were unfaithful in the marriage. Of course he's gonna be like, I just want to make sure that these are all mine. You were sleeping around. My wife's friend brought my daughter back. She said my wife locked herself in the bedroom. She called her parents to confess everything, and she is in a state of shock that I have tested our kids. Kids are mine. She never looked at anyone during the marriage except AP. My wife told her that she can't believe what she did and that she knows now she lost everything when I did the DNA test because that's very extreme, and she thinks I don't trust her for anything. Wonder why. Her parents called me tonight. To say they were furious is an understatement. Her mom begged me to not cut the contact between them and my kids. I said they can always call them and come here, but that I will not allow my kids to leave Asia before we divorce. She is fine with that and thanked me. Her father told me she is not welcome anymore in their home. They are disgusted she could do something like this, and he told her to not call them anymore. Her parents are turning on her. They are very conservative, 40 plus years in the marriage, so this was kind of expected. Her older brother told me the same, that he blocked her and that he is disgusted that she is his sister. Oh my God. I mean, I get it. Family doesn't have to agree with that, but damn, you know, that's still family. They all gave me full support and told me to inform them about everything. They FaceTimed a little bit with my kids and they had a good time. That's about it. Hopefully the weekend will be much easier. I am very tired, mentally but physically also. We are going to watch a football game with my friend's family, and hopefully my wife will give me some peace. Since I told her about DNA tests, she didn't call me anymore, so that's at least something good. I am waiting for the DNA results. My younger son has his 7th birthday next Saturday, so that will be again one huge pain in the ass to be around my wife, but it is what it is. Thank you for your advice and nice words. We're just jumping into the next update because I combined 2 into 1, okay? Because I know we want the answers, and there's so many updates. Hi everyone. I said I will update after I speak with my wife on Sunday about everything, but I actually already did it, or maybe did it. Huh? Did you already do it, or maybe? It will be a long post, so feel free to skip it. We will not. If no one reads it, I am okay. I feel better when I write this because I am feeling the worst ever, so at least I can vent here. I got you. I will read it. On Thursday, my wife called me to ask if she could take our daughter for a sleepover. Our daughter doesn't go to the kindergarten on Friday, so she was free. I told her that she can. She came, and again, she tried to talk with me a little, but I didn't want anything. She wanted to talk, but I told her to leave. But she asked me if she could talk a little bit with our younger son since he will turn 7 the next day. I called him and he came. He was standing away from her, but he was listening to her. She told him how she already bought him gifts and how much she loves him. Eventually, she hugged him and kissed him, but he didn't respond. He literally didn't say a word and just left while she was standing there. My older son still refuses to see her, let alone talk with her. She left with our daughter and promised that they will be back by 5 p.m. tomorrow. So in about 24 hours, they will be together. She was sending me a lot of pictures of how they are making pancakes, sleeping together, and playing together. And also, she sent me many messages saying how she regrets that this is not happening with all 5 of us right now. You know, at least she has remorse on the situation. You know, she's not like a serial cheater who feels nothing at all. She regrets her mistake. Yesterday, Friday, my son became a grown man. My older son congratulated him. He was really happy and in a good mood. I drove them to school and I went to work. While I was working, my wife called me again, asking if she could spend the afternoon and evening with our son and daughter. She assumed older son would refuse. Again, I said she can. She was texting texted me through the day that she planned everything and I know she was excited. That's very nice. We're co-parenting here. They will go eat, then they will go to the amusement park, they will go drive go-karts, and then go get ice cream. I liked everything. To be honest, my younger son in my eyes suffers the most from this situation. While my daughter is very young and unaware of anything and sees her mother a lot, and my older son is very clear that he does not want to have contact with my wife, the younger son is very quiet and looks very confused. So I liked the idea of the three of them spending time together. I specifically told her to not enter the house and wait for me because I need to talk with him first and I need to see his reaction. I don't want to force him on anything. She agreed and told me she will wait for me. I had to stay a little bit more at my workplace, and my friend and his wife were waiting for me in the house so they could go with me to buy everything I needed for the birthday party. Food, drink, cakes, gifts. I texted my wife and told her I left my workplace a little bit late and that there is a lot of traffic in the city, so I will be late. She told me she is close to my house and that she will wait for me. I called my friend and told him that my wife is coming. I also called Melody to prepare some clothes for my daughter and asked her what my sons are doing. Everything that happened after that, I didn't see. Melody, a friend and his wife, told me this and I believe them 100%. My wife arrived with her friend and our daughter. Apparently my daughter invited her to the house to show her something. According to my wife's friend, my friend and his wife were with my sons inside the house then. Melody was in the backyard and stopped her from entering the house. My wife started a fight with Melody. Who is she to forbid her to enter the house with her daughter? Friend's wife heard the noise and went out. Friend's wife and my wife were friends, but she doesn't talk to her anymore after I told her what happened. She told her to calm down and to respect my decision. Wife was much more calm and kind towards the friend's wife than she was with Melody. Well, Melody's spending time with the kids, so there's going to be some natural jealousy there in this situation. My daughter was then calling her again from the door to come, and they again stopped her from entering the house. My wife's friend told her to wait for me on the street, and then my older son stormed out of the house, started to yell at her that no one loves her, to get out of here, and that we are happy without her, and quote, daddy is happy without you. Ooh. And that everyone hates her. Okay. She started to cry and begged him to talk with her, but he was yelling like crazy at her. She left the gifts for my younger son and went with her friend in the car. Then my older son took those gifts and threw them on the street while they were in the car. My friend then put him in the house. According to my friend's wife, my wife left crying like crazy. My God, this is intense. I came home, didn't see my wife, and they told me everything. I couldn't believe it. All my kids were always kind, nice, not spoiled, and never rude. My older son was always a little bit more connected with me, but he never ever told anything rude to my wife before all of this, and he always loved her so much. Well, our decisions and our actions as parents affect our children, coming from someone with divorced parents. So I told him to come into my room. I literally asked him if he was normal. He apologized to me and said he couldn't listen to her anymore. I told him he should never ever talk like that with his mother, and that those gifts aren't for him, and that he doesn't need to apologize to me, but to his mother and his brother. He started to cry, saying I am forcing him to call my wife and that he won't talk with her because he hates her. I was speechless. I know he needs therapy and I will solve that really soon. He apologized to his brother. Then I spoke with my younger son. I asked him if he wanted to see his mother on his birthday tomorrow, and he said he doesn't. I asked him a few times if he was sure, and he said he is. He also refused to see gifts from her and told me to give her back everything that she bought. So I called my wife's friend to tell her about this. She told me my wife is having a panic attack and is struggling to breathe. After 2 hours, she called me saying that she needed to call 2 of her own friends because of my wife and that she's sleeping now after she took some pills. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. Today when I woke up, I saw messages from my wife. She basically told me she doesn't want to live anymore. Oh no. She can't live without us and she wants to leave and leave me and our 3 kids alone. I called her and told her that I will send her pictures and videos from the birthday, but to not disturb me today, and that I will talk with both of my sons after this. She thanked me, and again she was saying how sorry sorry she is. A lot of kids came on the birthday, also friends from my older son and daughter, so many parents, and my friends with their kids. I was just looking at all those couples, how they are smiling and enjoying themselves while I'm trying to pretend that everything is okay. What has my life turned into? I really wanted to vomit then. I just wanted my birthday party to finish as soon as possible. When Melody left as the last one and my kids were in the living room opening the gifts, I went into the garage and I called my wife. I told her not to interrupt me and to shut up. I was screaming, yelling, crying, and sarcastically laughing for about 5 minutes, and I told her so many bad things. I didn't curse all the people in the world together as much as I did her. I told her the worst possible things, and I don't regret anything I said to her. She didn't interrupt me, but I could hear her crying. When I finished with my part, she just said, "I am so sorry, I will do anything," and kept crying. I wanted to break my phone at that moment, just told her to F off, and I ended the call. We were waiting for this outburst. You know, you haven't had it yet. Now I am sitting in the dark bedroom and I am writing this. I am just asking myself, what the F did I do to deserve all of this? Is this karma for my crazy behavior when I was younger? I guess I will never know. I was always a problematic kid. Good in school, horrible out of school. I was running from the house so that I could be with my girlfriend. I was stealing money from my parents. My mom came up with the idea that I should start practicing Taekwondo so I could release all my energy there. Boy, she was wrong. I started to fight every day and I ended up with the police. Then I went to college. I became friends with the wrong people. I would have exams at 9 a.m. and I would stay in the casino till 6 a.m. playing poker tournaments or blackjack, or I would just drink and go to nightclubs with the friends and girls. Then I met my wife. She came to work in my country. Some guys had eyes on her, but she was shy and I was a complete mess for some reason. She liked me. 3 months later, she had to go back to her country, but she decided to stay with me. She gave me almost all of her savings so I could pay my debts after about 5 months of the relationship. I really thought she was insane for doing that. I still do, but she did change my life and I changed myself because of her. We left about 10 months later for Asia. I will never forget the first apartment where we lived. It was the biggest hole I've ever lived or maybe ever seen. I have no idea how we lived there for 8 months, but we were saving money and we were really, really happy. Now I have a house, cars, money, and I am not happy. I don't want to sound arrogant, but girls always say I am a good-looking guy in great shape. I am working out 3 or 4 times a week. I have a great job, a career, and I know I can find a new girlfriend or wife easily, but I seriously think I will never ever marry again. I will never trust anyone 100%. I know this might be a temporary feeling and that life is full of challenges, so I should be happy because of my kids, parents, brother, sister-in-law, nephews, friends. They are all healthy and they love me, but I am really tired and empty. All of this is very understandable, sir, what you're feeling here. Sometimes I just want to give up, but then I remember I have 3 kids. Everyone around me expects me to be some kind of magician who's expected to do everything good for everyone around me. Everyone expects me to suffer in silence and to not say about what is going on in my head. Do best for your kids. Take care of your wife. Maybe she will do something to herself. Do that and don't do that. Forgive her. Go on MC. Don't forgive her. Destroy her. Forgive her because of the kids and in some time you will love her again. F her. Don't forgive her. Kids are better with you and without her. I am so tired. Tomorrow is just a day for me and the kids. Thank you all. All right, guys, you gotta tell me what you would do in this situation. Are we forgiving her? Are we going to therapy? Are we trying to save this marriage and work it out? Or are we cutting our losses and GTFO, which means get the f out? Let me know. Stay classy out there, stay sassy, and I will see you in the next update. Have a good day. My neighbor's leaving.